never said too much. So.
Well, hey everyone, welcome back to TV5 News at 9. It is time now for Education Matters. We have Dr. Craig Douglas here with us this morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Great to be here.
Yeah, thank you for being here. We are talking resolutions, of course, and with the start of 2023, it's time to set some goals. So, especially for students, we have some ideas for goals to set. And we know New Year's resolutions, of course, are a tradition for some people, but why is it, in this case, good for students to start setting some goals?
Well, it's interesting in that I think students are kind of conditioned to go from marking period to marking period or semester to semester. A calendar year change like this, 2023, that's going to bridge 2 school years. So for students of all ages, it's going to probably bridge 2 grade levels, maybe 2 different buildings or schools. So it's an opportunity for kids to have a perspective to set some long-range goals instead of just marking period to marking period. So it's kind of a nice opportunity, if you will.
All right, very good. And I say one of the, we say one of the good goals is to meet new people. Why is that so important?
Well, I think it's important for kids to be exposed to not only other kids in their peer group, but other kids in the neighborhood that come from different backgrounds and different experiences. And for the adults in the students' lives, it's nice for them to interact not only with their own teacher, but other teachers.
Yeah.
So by meeting new people, setting that as a goal, if a family wants to do that, that's a really nice goal for kids to actually expand their horizons. And you know what? It might actually help another kid in the process too. Let's say there's someone seated in the lunchroom by themselves.
Yeah.
And if a student approaches that student, starts a conversation, maybe it helps both of them. There's a mutual gain.
I like that. And also, you know, meeting people can be done by going out, getting involved, giving back. How would you suggest students in our area go about doing that?
Well, I'm big on community service. I think it's a great way for students to understand that giving back helps the entire community. It helps people other than just themselves.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I know whenever I do something in service, I feel like I gain more than I actually gave in the service. And it can be a small thing. So for a student, it might be shoveling a neighbor's sidewalk during a snowstorm or after a snowstorm, or it could be some other fairly small thing, holding a door for someone else. That's a big part of Saginaw Valley State University's culture, by the way. If you're ever out there and visit, kids always hold the doors for each other.
Yeah.
It's just part of the ingrained culture. It's really cool. So it can be a small thing, or service can be bigger. It might be a church group that's doing a project, or a school group that's doing a project. But by stepping forward in service, and I also encourage students to log that and keep track of it. Set goals, maybe so many service hours a month, or a semester, or for the calendar year, the 2023 year. It's a good way to feel that sense of satisfaction of accomplishment, if you will.
Right. Great answer. Yeah. I was just thinking too, you know, about the Christmas season. I've heard recently, you know, giving gifts feels way better than getting them. And that can translate into service too.
When I think I mentioned last week, we had a big food drive in Carlton, and it was so satisfying to be able to donate food to people that really needed it. And we had a lot of students from the high school that pitched in and helped us in that project, by the way. That's a great example of a big effort to help a lot of people. But it doesn't have to be that way necessarily. And then a third kind of goal for the 2023 year that I would toss out for any student of any age would be to broaden their communication skills.
Okay.
And I picked that up off the web, and I would encourage viewers to look at the web. There are a lot of great ideas for resolutions for students, if you will.
Yeah.
Not only older students, but younger students too. But by improving communication skills, Blake, that could be expanding vocabulary. It could be improving writing. And you know, I'm big on that. I've talked about essays and the need for precision and right spelling and everything. Those are great communication tools to always improve. And I like that kind of growth mindset that you're never finished learning how to communicate better.
Right.
You can always improve and always expand horizons. So I guess to wrap up, you know, the idea of resolutions for us as adults is cool.
Yeah.
We may or may not set them, but it's also cool for kids to have resolutions that expand more than just one grade level, more than one just a school year. It bridges 2 school years
Right.
with 1 calendar year.
Lots to
2023.
I know, right? Lots to consider, lots to improve and grow. So, Dr. Douglas, thank you for these tips.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Happy
Yeah.
New Year to everybody.
Absolutely, thank you. And you can check out more on this topic by going to the lifestyle page that's on our website at WNEM.com. Make sure you